Okay, guys, so if you checked out the last video, you should. If you don't, there is timestamps so you can see the best runs from it. But we are going to try to improve on this map 2 for this week. That's just because I feel like it's probably the most likely map I can improve on out of the next ones. It's also the one I probably enjoy probably the most out of most of the rest of them. So we'll go ahead and see. We'll see how this goes. I messed up some sound settings, so we'll see if that's better or not for y'all. But so I think I've generally got a strat figured out for this one. I think at least a top 10 strat. So it's going wide at the beginning, getting up this hill. I want to make it over that gap though, like right there on the edge. And I think I'm losing time because I'm braking there too. So let's try to get rid of that brake. Yeah, I can do it. I'm just too little jumping the gun. There we go. Too much air time there. It's okay. Let's keep holding it. I didn't get a speed slide. Okay. Yeah, I don't know which one of those ways is faster. It's gonna be hard for us to kind of be able to tell. We'll just have to do some testing. Took me a little too long on that turn. Same with that one, but it's okay. We actually, okay, we maintained a lot of speed, but we really messed it up there at the end. So, and let me move my mic a little bit closer. Actually, I don't know if this is gonna be helpful or hurtful, but we're gonna do it. We're gonna move the mic closer. And then I'm going to move my drink a little bit farther away, but that's okay for the purposes of this. So, keep going. That's really, like I said, I kind of grinded this map already, not in recording, so we're just trying to see how much better I could potentially make it. So, we'll see what we can do. If I keep hitting that wall, though, I'm not going to be getting anything. Too wide. Actually, won't make that turn. It's okay. Okay. Great question for those of you that play Trackmania also. You know, I see decent amount of people check out the shorts, you know. We occasionally get one that gets above 500 views, but we're generally around the 200 to 400 view range per short, which is good because we get 4 shorts posted per day. So, but something I am genuinely curious about is how many of you, like, what do you guys listen to when you play Trackmania? Surely you're not just listening to the game audio, right? I play Trackmania without the sound. It's like these headphones on right now. We got Spotify pumping. So right now we're actually listening to some Ed Sheeran, which is pretty okay. I don't mind it. It's the Celestial song from, I think it was at the credits for Pokemon Sword, but I don't know. It's chilling. Yeah, we had that good run earlier, but then I messed up the ending part. So there's really, I feel like, a few big parts here. One, this turn. Because I mean, like, this beginning part's not too bad. I just need to, you know, not start turning at the wrong time. Okay, we're on another okay run here. I just lost all my speed. Yeah, I messed up there. Like I said, I thought I was gonna speed slide, but maybe I need to learn a little bit more on how you actually speed slide. Because I think I've always thought you just kind of hold one direction and you select it, but I think you have to be pressing a certain direction for like X amount of time and be going a certain speed for a speed slide to actually happen. At least that's what I'm pretty sure I've heard. But we're chilling. Yeah, right now we have a 17.8, and truthfully, I would like to get that down to 17. 17 seems a little like, might seem kind of unreasonable, but I think like we just get like one good gear change and we're suddenly set. Ooh, see, because like that, we already had 0.4 saves, and if I get around that corner, good, we probably save the rest of the 4 tenths of a second we also need off. Ooh. Yeah, I feel like if I get, because I got a really good start there, but I think I don't know, I think maybe going up this hill actually is kind of helpful. That wasn't bad. Ooh, we messed up there. I mean, I at least want to get a 17.5, so we'll hopefully get more, but yeah, curious what you guys listen to while playing. I mean, hopefully more people actually check out the video, but if it's like the last one, there won't be anyone watching by this point, so that's okay. Oh, brutal. Okay, this is another good line until we. Yeah, that's pretty cool. Okay, fine right now. Nah. I think I turned too early. No, I didn't go wide enough. Let's keep going. Yeah, see, it wasn't going fast enough when I started to hold the brakes there. But yeah, there's no need to speed slide there. Speed slide drift? I don't know what you call it. I mean, I think it's just drifting. I don't think it's actually speed sliding. Okay, we're... Oh, I let go of the gas and they caught up. That was unfortunate. Okay, okay. We're not okay. Oh, that would have been a clean line. Yeah. And I tried to see if there's... I mean, honestly, this right here seems like it's the closest, right? I feel like that has to be. Maybe I need to get a couple of runs just done. And then let's just see what weighs the closest. Oh, okay, let's... Yeah, we already speed slid a little too long there. It's okay. Yeah, you guys can see the line we're going for here. Don't think there's a better one. If there is, I'm not able to do it. I can't do like the whole nose bug tricks and stuff, nor do I want to try to hunt one of those for like 8 hours. That sounds pretty painful. Okay, we'll see which way's faster. Okay, there was lag at the end, but somewhat faster. Yeah, but being 0.100 under, I know it's because I need to get that extra, whatever it's called. We need to get the extra. We need to get the extra gear, is what I'm thinking. Okay, let's try and roll this again. Okay, I'm switching up the music real quick. Okay. One of these days I'm gonna need to get a strong computer, because, I mean, I'm struggling to run all this together, and I'm not even running that much, I feel like. Okay, it looks like we're behind. Oh, we are. Okay. I think I got my input 8 there. This is good line though, right now that we're on. It looks bad, but we're doing fine. Ooh, that was bad at the end. Okay. Braking there wasn't good. Yeah, that was a washed run. Too wide, probably. I mean, let's just go. Let's just see. +6. See, that right there has to be the fastest. Like, if I'm looking at where the rest of the exits are, like, you know what? I say that, but I actually kind of think if you leave early, then going to the other side probably works better. By leave early, like, yeah, like, you jump off earlier. Break there, so this is already not gonna be around. Let's just see if we can get the rest. I mean, to get the good one, we really just need to thread the needle, honestly. Oh, I hesitated. Is that even worth it? That might be worth. Okay, that's worth, I think. Yeah, I think that's gonna be worth doing it that way. I don't know. I don't know if just going right's better. But I'd like to think that the riskier ending there is like intentionally designed to be faster. See, that was just an issue of going too. Okay, I pressed the brakes too much there. Yeah, that one's washed. Too wide. I feel like I'm gonna be pretty embarrassed if I figure out there's a secret ending to this map. This is now we goofed it. Let's stop right here. Let's see which one looks cool. Okay, actually, 100% this one on the right is closer. Yeah, it's 100% closer. Yeah, we need to kick it a little bit wider on that curve, I think. I think that's gonna help us out a lot. Yeah, see, that's much. Going wider is much easier there. Hey, one place up. You can be happy about that. One place up, we saved about 10 seconds. 10 seconds. We saved about a tenth of a second. So, I mean, we're getting close to the... We're getting close to that time I at least wanted to try to get to. Alright, should be right there. If I didn't stop holding, we would have been good there. Okay, that's why the exit's there though, because if I can't get turned around enough, I'm gonna have to just go for that one. Again. Well, it's because I'm not braking there, but I would like to not have to brake. And I don't think you have to brake here. But I will. I don't think I feel like you don't have to. I'm too close to that wall anyways, so I won't get to finish. I wouldn't know what I was doing there. Ooh, we're getting lazy, we're slacking. Man. Interesting Q&A questions. Do any of y'all have interest in finance? And if so, like what kind of cool companies do y'all follow? One I used to follow that I thought was really cool until they went bankrupt about a year or two ago, not at this point ago, but they were called Canoo. They're a pretty interesting EV car company. They basically built these EV cars. They look like little pill bugs, kind of. I don't know, they're pretty funny looking. They're definitely worth checking out if you guys want to see some weird EV cars that people have built up. But it was cool. They had a couple different production facilities, but I think they could just they never could get enough financing to like actually like mass produce the vehicles. I think was one of their biggest issues. But I mean, they were cool. It was a cool like concept, I think. Fake myself out there. Yeah, because I could have just... Yeah, that's the strat there. But yeah, Canoo was super cool. I would never have bought one. They were way too expensive for not going very far. It is, like, the design was cool, but it felt like it was more of like a... If you got one, it was like a marketing like thing. I don't think it would have been worth like actually having one for like regular day purposes of like commuting to work or going to hang out with people or anything like that. But I mean, kudos to them for trying something out. Unfortunately, it ended that way, but at least they went out there and tried, so I can respect it. I think that was going to have been a good time there. We are behind anyways right there. Yeah, they're cool. They made some vehicles, they gave like USPS trying to promote their car. I think the thoughts was if USPS was driving them around, maybe someone would see them driving around and be like, oh cool, I want one of those, but like that was not the vibes, and they were expensive. I mean, you think like now, like cars are getting kind of more affordable. Like, I mean, I say that, but like You know, you can buy a Tesla for a lot cheaper than you used to be able to with the Model 3. And then Model 2 eventually coming out is going to make that even better. I mean, you're going to have a Tesla that's the same price of like a Kia Forte or like a Kia Rio, which is kind of crazy to think about. I'm sure it's not going to be that great for the first few iterations at least, but I mean, it's EV. People are wanting to get onto that hype and stuff. So, but yeah, I think their vehicles are like 70K, which is way too much in my opinion. I mean, yeah, way too much. I mean, it's kind of like even think like the Cybertrucks and stuff. Like, they're way too much for what they are. But I don't know, people buy them. I saw a really cool Cybertruck the other day actually. Someone, you know, I think the design looks cool, and if you guys ever watch my Rocket League videos, like you'll know that's what I use. I use the Cybertruck to drive in. I just think it's a cool car, and you know that's okay. You know, when you play a game for fun and not be uber competitive, you can have fun with it. But ooh, okay, let's test this. Can I can't. I was wondering if I would be able to like just use the wall here, like kind of as like a wall like ride, but nah. I already forgot what I was talking about. Back to cars. Yeah, cars are cool. I mean, there's pretty interesting business that goes on with them too. So, I don't know. I don't know. I bought a car and been having to deal with a dealership and meh. Don't like buying. Well, you know, I'll rephrase that. Buying a car from a dealership is fine as long as you know you're going to a dealership that I guess like I don't know, like personal recommendations go a long way. I think is the way I'm gonna phrase it. So, you know, if you know someone close to you or someone you work with that gives you a good recommendation on a dealership, like more than likely they're probably giving you a fair recommendation. I'd take it. If you get a lot of recommendations from people that a dealership isn't that great, I mean, it may not be worth it. You know, that's not to say sometimes they have good deals at some of them, and it might be worth the hassle. But I mean, I think it's interesting how dealerships are needing to combat how people can buy cars online now. So I'm really interested to see how that continues to kind of challenge. That kind of challenge continues to be faced by the automobile industry. I mean, it seems like people really like the convenience of it, so I think like dealers just have to make going in person, that much better, right? Like you need to make them feel like, either they're gonna get their worth out of coming in person, or you make your online experience really well, and all they have to do is come in person to get the vehicle at your dealership. Come in person, sign paperwork, and then, dealerships, a lot of them will have all the extra stuff they'll want you to sign up for and stuff, which teach their own. Some of that stuff I think is actually pretty worthwhile. Some isn't. But some is. But I mean, it also depends on your situation. If you're a business owner, you probably want the extended warranty and stuff more and the extra cost, but it doesn't really matter to you because of how much you're probably going to save if you're using it for business like that. If you're like a general person than most people, you're probably going to want gap insurance because like gap insurance is a big thing. I mean, it's, it saves your car if it's totaled. But, I mean, otherwise, not too many things I think that are worthwhile. I mean, one dealership I used to go, I had bought a car from. They had wanted to do a friends for life package, and it was like $1,800. So, already paused. You're getting a car, $20K, right? $1,800 being added onto that. All of a sudden now, you're paying $21,800, and your taxes are higher. Well, I don't know. It's a warranty, so it probably wouldn't impact your taxes. But it depends on the state, of course. But your payments probably gone up quite a bit. I mean, if you're like at a, I don't know, let's call it like a 8% interest rate, which is kind of high for a vehicle, I think. I'm not positive, but you're probably looking at close to $500-ish payment. Of course, it depends on the term, but most people just maximize the term or try to get at least 60 to 72 months. Depends. Truthfully, I know you owe more interest if you get a longer term. I think you're better usually just getting a longer term. You take a higher interest, but I mean, most of that interest is front loaded, so just make larger payments for the first few months, or just try to make one larger payment when you're getting your vehicle, whether you do that as a down payment or do that as an additional principal payment after you have your car loan. But I think if you do as a down payment, you usually can get better terms. But that's one big thing. I think that's pretty helpful. Here we go. Oh. Yeah, I think that's one thing that's pretty helpful is, make sure when you get a car loan, if you have the means to, and even if it's like just $50 more a month, put it towards principal. In the first 12 months, it's going to make a big difference. I implore you to just take your car loan details, go to multiple online websites have it, like US Bank is one I can think of off the top of my head. I think Freddie Mac has one, but I'm sure there's even loancalculator.net you can go to or something like that. And you just punch in your car loan details, your 25K car, your, let's be outrageous, it's not outrageous, but it's just not great. Let's put your 13% interest rate you have on your car, and let's put your 60 months in, and it's going to show you two lines. You're going to have your principal line, your interest line, and what you're going to notice is that interest line's pretty high at the beginning. You look at your amortization schedule, you're paying, most of your payment is going towards interest, which is how it's set up, so that way they can recoup their money faster off of someone that's a riskier buyer. That's why you have a higher interest rate. And then also, because of that, you have a higher interest rate. Also, if they have to repossess the car, well, I guess that doesn't make sense. I was saying, well, anyways, it doesn't really help you out as the buyer because you're not paying down principal, getting collateral in your car, right? Because if let's say your payment was to $500 on that $20,000 car, right? And you pay your $500. Well, your first month you're paying that, and probably most of your first year, only 10% of that, probably maybe 20, but 10 to 20% is going to actually go towards paying off your car, your principal. Your principal is what you want to go down. The rest of it's going to go to your unpaid interest that's accumulated over the month period. Some places accumulate interest daily, which is most of them, that's why you get a 10-day payoff, but generally you can get pretty accurate by just calculating your interest on a monthly schedule. But it's a big difference when you do that, and then all of a sudden go into there, and if your payments, if it lets you adjust the payments and put $550 instead of $500, you probably pay your car off 6 months early. 6 months stretch, but you probably pay it off at least 4 or 5 months early, because you've already put that's an extra $50 over 12 months of $600. You already put one whole extra payment down, and you've cut into your interest that's going to get charged for next month, right? Because instead of your next month getting charged interest for, let's say, your first month you get charged interest on 20,000. Your second month, instead of getting charged interest on your 19,550, it's 19,500. So I mean, well, I guess it's something like that. It's probably like 19,950 to like 19,900. But you can see over time that will make a difference because the base you multiplying by is changing. So just something to check out. I think it's best to have good when you're going into something like an auto loan. It's good to kind of make sure you explore all your options before you not explore your options, but make sure you understand what you're signing up for. You know, and that varies on people's situations for what they need to get versus what they can get. But there we go. Oh, we did not see a place we were. That's okay. We'll get back there. I'm just chilling, talking to y'all now. Actually, I'm just recording this. I'm just chilling, talking to myself. That's okay. But, you know, I think it's best to be informed. You know, it doesn't take that long. Honestly, you can use ChatGPT if you want, and use like Excel or Google Sheets is free if you don't have access to Excel, and just build yourself out a quick little payment calculator. You know, Excel has a very nice payment function that you can utilize in it to calculate your payment. I'll tell you how to do it right now. Go and make you we're gonna make you a few different rows. You're gonna make a row for, you can call it just price of car, but I mean it's your NPV, your net present value. You're gonna put it in as a negative. So if your car cost 22,000, that's how much your loan is gonna be out for. Then you're gonna put negative 22K in there. Good. Interest rate. This is gonna be a little bit different. So let's say we're gonna do interest rate APY, and then we're gonna do interest rate. So APY, this is like the interest rate they tell you. Like this is your 13%, 10%, 8%, whatever they tell you it is, right? Which is fine. You're gonna type that in for interest rate APY. But what we need is you need your monthly interest rate, because that's what's going to be used for your calculations. Okay, and so really easy. I'm sure you can figure out right now. You're just going to take that interest rate above and divide it by 12. Do not go into calculator app. Just do equals cell above and then the slash divide 12. Great. Last thing we need is number of periods, and this is where you can get a little fancy. Personally, I would just make a few columns of the same data you made above, just referencing back to each other, and then I would just make a row. Like, you know, have one at 36, have a 48, have a 60, and 72. Most places won't do 84, but you can still look. And then at that point, you know, punch it. At that point, you're just going to do equals payment. You're going to do your negative for you're going to reference your NPV, your price of the car. You're going to reference that interest rate, and you're going to reference the term. And then you should be able to close it. If there's anything else, it shouldn't really matter. And then it's going to give you a payment, and that's what your monthly payment should roughly be. So if you're at a dealership and they're telling you what a payment is, you can compare it to this and see if what they're telling you is accurate to the price of the car you're understanding, that you're not getting any extra fees charged that you're not aware of. It's helped me before. So it's worthwhile to do it. Maybe. Oh no. Hmm. Ew, we had a 17.1, so honestly, sub 17 is probably doable. But yeah, I'm really curious. I mean, I know I'm not top 5 yet in my state with that. There's still too much improvements that can be made on this course. I turned just a little too late. It's okay. Alright, this one's done for anyway, so. Yeah, I don't know if there's any other strats we should try to be doing on the here. I mean, it seems pretty straightforward, right? We just need to make it around here. Ooh, that was close though. Okay, I needed to actually let go earlier. So I've got to be out of that split slide before I go through the, I got to be out of that drift before I go through that checkpoint. That's what we just done there. Yeah, I didn't get it that time. Yeah, I wonder if there's some way I'm able to pull myself in closer there at the end to get the other entrance. I'm unsure. That's cool. Just to be safe, let's make sure there's not any. It doesn't look like there's like any other random weird final checkpoints that are just hidden. Yeah, I'm pulling right and hitting that little corner because if I don't pull right soon enough, I'm just gonna crash into the outer wall. Yeah, I'm not seeing anything that's helpful otherwise. It's not like that one. There was one weekly short where it was like a puzzle map. I thought it really well, and then like the best strat was just going straight because there was a little hole in the wall in a mountainside that you just couldn't tell unless you like knew it was there. So we're doing okay there. I mean, and gift. Let's see how flat. Yeah, because I'm not pushing. I need to go wider there because I'm not pushing out far enough right so that I'm not forcing myself and left enough, and then I'm not able to speed slide. I did there, but I didn't do it too soon. Or I did it too early. I didn't do it too soon, I was right. We're just gonna keep rolling. I want to try. Actually, just out of curiosity, what is up here? There's nothing here, I think. Yeah. Nothing here. A little weird checkpoint if I go off the left like this. No. Okay. Nope. I had a pretty good line this last one. Well, not this last one, but whenever I had that last record. 'Cause it's been quite a while since I've PB'd or got close. Ooh. That was kinda nice. I was too behind. I don't know what the best spots I'm gonna be able to find to save time are. I mean, it's gonna be at the beginning, right? Maybe. I mean, I was catching up right here, right? Okay, I mean, we see where we're at. We're at number 13. I mean, top 1K. This isn't bad. I mean, that's about where we are at on the other one, but we need to still go back. I'd like to get a sub 17. I think that would be. It's possible too, right? 1.88, and we were ahead by that much at one point. So. See if we can get a good run. Let's see what our speed is at certain points. That's gonna be helpful. 242. Damn, I just did a little bit fast now. Okay, so we're 242. What the hell? Maybe there's a jump there. At that, third checkpoint? Maybe, yeah, let's just get there. Maybe there's a jump up here we can do. Nah, it's pretty locked off. Okay, there's this here. What's this? Let's see if we can find something there real quick. I want to make sure there's not some random exit over here. I don't think there is. 'Cause I mean, at this point, like even there, like we're already past where. Look where they're. Yeah, they're already. Partially because of our speed. Yeah, nothing out there. We have the route. We just gotta do it. There's our time save, and then here comes my ghost, just taking all the speed of time I've saved. Man, I get a gear up at some point I'm just not really getting. I wonder if I take some wider lines, maybe that can get me a gear up. Because it looks like, I don't know if it's gear 4 or gear 5, whichever one it's technically called, but I'm getting faster gear, so I'm going much faster. So we're at 241. We were fine there, and it eventually caught up to us. Let's oops, drive alone. Okay, I can't even watch my own record. Nah, it's fine. Okay. I'd be able to watch my own record, but I could not. That's okay. We could watch back the VOD, but that's okay. 238, so it's gonna go faster than me here. I mean, with a faster speed, I do need to go a lot farther out with my yeah, look at how fast I'm going at that point. Farther right. That's a cool jump. Yeah, let's see. Let's get a couple runs and let this kind of farther out strap, because I think this is what we need. Well, that's the first time we've got another close 17.5 run. Ooh, good clip. I had a break because of where I was positioned at. But that run wasn't going to be it either, because I picked up too much speed. I didn't pick up enough speed. Yeah, okay, I'm gonna have to break there. Okay. Let's get it here, guys. Out wide. Okay, let's get it here. So out wide. Wide turn. So we can get the extra boost. You know what I bet it is actually when we're drifting up here. We simply just need to straighten out once. The gears are clicking. So yeah, when we're going here, not like that. Yeah, because see, we're stopping that, and then we're getting speed back because we're not, it doesn't register as drifting anymore. That's what we need to do. Okay. So the drift is going on for way too long here. Yeah. You can see how how the replay has lines while we don't, and if we don't have lines, we're gonna pick up speed, I think. And that's gonna let us get to a faster gear. Okay, and it's literally just, I just need to do it one single tap and it gets rid of it. So now I just need to get a better line. It's okay. We're on to something here with this. We need to do the tippy taps. The tippy taps when we're moving. I think that's it. I say that, but we were pretty far behind. But I think there's something there. Maybe not so many taps. Maybe we just need to get one to get it off. I'm afraid I'm gonna actually get it and I'm not gonna make the ending there. I think there's something else also on that curve when I'm going uphill. I think I'm taking on a little more curve than I need to, right? If I just go up here. Yeah, because we have the same amount of speed there at that point. So this is just an improvement here. Well. Close up here. Another low run. We must just got really lucky with that. This last run, but we're following basically the same line. That would have been good if I got it. Because I let go because I was scared. That's like the same time I just got. Man, come on. Honestly, if I can just get some type of lucky bounce there, that seems to be the real stretch, truthfully. Because I'm not having to press any brakes. Oh no. Oh, I had it. Yeah. Okay, we're gonna just watch it through here. Like, just look at this. Oh, we were over a car length in front. Yeah, man. We were a car length in front. That was 100% our... Oh, I was about to give up, and that was our sub 17 run, so now I can't give up, because now we know we can get it. Man, guys. Oh, that was brutal. That felt pretty bad. Sad. Well, no brakes pressed, but then I hit a wall, so... Oh, that was such a good... everything about that run was so good. Here's another one. I waited too long to turn. This one's not gonna be good either. Man. Because that would have 100% been top 10 time. See, I wasn't going straight enough at that point. I needed to turn more earlier again. Oh, close, but not good. It's okay. Let's just get practice here. Way too slow here. That was okay, just I messed up the ending. But I did something there though that worked really well. Something that picked me up quite a bit of speed. Hmm. Mm. We're close. Mm-mm. Man, I can't do much more of this, guys. But we know it's there. Oh, no, not like that. Yeah, we were. The other car, we just had a better line there because the other car was already at 300 at the ending. So we just drove a much tighter line. That's the reason we got close. Mm-mm. I have got full gamer lean on. Let's reset. Better posture. Oh, I hesitated. Ooh, if I just had a little more left there, but I was already getting beat anyways. Ooh, no, that one was one I could have had. Stopped holding right. Yeah, I'm really just psyching myself out. I've got a couple ones. Just these last couple that are pretty close. It could have been something too. This is a good one. And we messed up the ending. That one was one though. Another time we were definitely gonna get sub 17. Oh, we hit the wall. That was another sub 17. This one's probably not. Okay, but we found this strat because we're getting it a lot more often. So this new strat is up here. We're just doing a small drift and then we're just holding. Look at how many more attempts we get at this here at the end. So that's much better improvement. Except that one was bad. So we're getting something. Okay. I messed up at the end there. That's okay. I wasn't beating it. It's okay, we can on this one, so let's just go out. Okay, we actually can on this one, so let's go out far. Nope. Out far right. And small drift. And it's close. Outside. So outside in small drift. Go far up so we have the hill. We might still actually get it here. Nah, we were too slow. We messed up the drift at the end. It's okay, outside. Nope, I was too far to the right there. Hit left. Find out we're farther behind. Nah, not like that though. Left. I let go of the gas on accident. Okay, that was good. Short drift, yep. Apparently not. Ooh, that could have been something, but I don't think we were catching up in the amount of space we had. That's how we went from 1-2 to 9-4, but need to wait a little farther before turning in. Nah, I tapped. Don't know what happened there. Definitely should have drifted. This is fine still. Let's roll for it. No. Yeah, we kicked it out too far. Not as good. My cat sneezed. Nope. I think we had some weird stuff going on at the beginning. That's okay. Ooh, we barely kept that going. Oh, we bumped. That bump was brutal. Nah, I didn't get over enough. Too much. Too much though. That's fine. Yep. We weren't beating it there. If we did, it wasn't going to be by enough for me to care. Same thing there, we weren't beating it. Make sure. Okay, so I potentially just lost like half an hour of footage because I think my OBS stopped recording for a little bit. So, and it did it again. I'm not really sure. Okay, we're just gonna rule that it's recording this. Man. Ooh. Nope. No. Man. Mm-mm. It's not getting much faster. I don't know if there's just more track it's driving on, so it's getting a better speed, or what's happening. Oh, not again. I'll be done. Not again. That's 2 in a row. Ah, come on. Aw. Nope. Yeah, because I'm already at 300 at that gate. Man, we can do it. Nope, we need to go wider at the beginning. Come on. Nope, come on. We were definitely gonna beat it there. Man. We were so close. Man. Okay. Let's get this spread here. Okay. Yeah, we need to be at 300 at this checkpoint, or else doesn't mean anything. It didn't mean anything, so we weren't 300. That's okay. I'll try again. At least we know what we're doing now. Taking it out. Short drift. Ooh. First time I missed like that. Honestly, I could probably go farther right initially. Okay, well with that bounce we don't have to. Yeah, but that our cars had already hit 300 at that point. Yeah, we can do some of that. No, yeah, because when I'm going faster, I need to drift longer, or I need to find another way to compensate. Oh, we got close again. So that's something. It's like all we've been doing is getting close to this. Man. Oh, we just messed up the ending there. We went to, or we didn't go wide enough on the speed on the drift into checkpoint 3. We do it. Okay, good line. We're okay with that. Oh, not with that bump though. Yeah. I like that. No, this isn't bad. Oh, but we're behind. This one's over. Closer. Yeah, that's really the difference is we're not getting the right gear by the 330 mark. Okay, it's like right here. We need to be drifting into this, going 300. If we're not, there's always going to be a much higher time than us. Close again. 328. Isn't bad. And we've missed. It's crazy we've had 5 runs where we would have beat it, but I missed at the end. Yeah, this is one where I didn't drift enough at the end, but I think I was getting caught anyways. Okay, let's keep going. See exactly what I'm doing here. I mean, that was with me waiting a little bit, and I was 0.16 behind. But I mean, I guess that's what happens when you also just have the guide you can follow, so... I want to take it. We'll do a couple more, but you know, we got improvement, so I guess that's all I can really ask for. We improved it one more time. So that was some good lines there at the end, though. I had that mess up there, but it seemed to have helped. It's gonna be helpful if I get the extra little bit of track there. Like this extra bit here. Is that really making the difference? 'Cause I feel like it kind of is. Let's try a couple going out farther there instead of in as tight as we can. The theory here is that if we do this, we're able to gear up sooner. So let's see if that's the case. Well, it certainly makes the ending easier. We had it, and then we messed it up. But yeah, it does seem like going wider is actually... It seems like getting out of that drift faster is what's helpful. Drifted too early. Let's try that. Try this. No, it doesn't work. forgot what button to press. Oh. We have 184 we need to shave off. Oh, if I didn't hit there at the end, I would have got it. Well, I would have had a chance to get it. Here's the thing, if I get the higher gear, I need to turn earlier, but if I don't get it, I need to turn later. Well, that was just bad. I shouldn't have backed off. I lost at the end there. before I hit that. That was pretty good. How? Oh, it's because I didn't bump at the end. That's how I saved time. That's so slow. Like, I feel like I can beat that. Let's just see, real quick. Real quick. That could have been a little bit of time save. Too much. Okay, that's not faster. You know, why couldn't my goal just run sub 18? We would have been there by now. We've saved like no time this last hour and a half. Oh, we went way too wide. Actually, we didn't go way too wide. We just didn't drift long enough. And we probably went too wide. Even with that cut, I don't think that was sub 17. That was close. Oh, we might just have to call it. who got it from before, 'cause I wasn't gonna beat it. That's a fast run. How did I do that? I didn't even have 300 there. What happened? Oh my gosh, my front wheel hit it and it spun me in. Because I didn't believe in this run. Barely missed it and then... Oh, we hit 2. Wow. Okay. Well. There's two number 2s for us. Hey, you know what, Maddie? XTM has top 1 on these 4, but I got him beat here. Yeah. That's crazy, man. That's crazy. Well, thanks for watching, y'all. Insanity. Peace.